All right. Can you hear me? Hear me, see me. Yeah. All right. I don't know what the hell is going on. I think it's because I logged in. I'm on like the same account on two different devices and it's freaking out. So that's the problem. Let me try to fucking put this over so at least somebody can see. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's go ahead. Just get the hands up while I fuck with this. Go ahead. Just start talking, guys. I'm here. I can multitask.
What's going on, Sergeant Shell? Just want to give you an update. It's Weston. I beat my case, got my gun back, and now I can finally move on with my life.
Okay. You all those emails you were tagging me into that so that's what you're talking about, it all got resolved?
Yeah. They pretty much, well, not pretty much. Yeah, they let me know that you're free to apply to schools, apply to jobs, all that shit, because I wasn't doing anything with a pending case. And I wasn't even going to risk applying to anything in the event that, of slim chance that I would get accepted to anything. So that all got handled. I received my firearm today. Now I'm pretty much just reporting back here, continuing the search, and now I'm working as well. But now I needed to strategize out of the job and strategize into either school or back into the public sector somehow. But we'll see.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to hear it. Glad you got everything figured out. If you end up trying to do the military thing, you already know. I mean, like you said, you're done now. So if you want to try to do it, let me know. I put a recruiter on it and we'll see what happens, but you never know.
Awesome, man. You have any more questions for me?
No, I'm just glad you're done with all that nonsense. So that's good.
Appreciate
it. Good for you, man. I'm happy.
Appreciate all your help.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, let me know if I can do anything else, okay?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Have a good one, brother.
Thanks, you too.
Guys, I can't see anybody's questions in the chat, so like if you're asking chat questions, I'm not looking at it. You might as well just raise your hand and ask me. What's up, bro?
What's going on, Staff Sergeant Shell? This is Hernandez calling. I'm outside right now. I'm taking a break from work, so it might be some bad audio, but got an update for you. Going to Fort Riley next week on Monday and Tuesday to get my flight physical done. Honestly, I'm thinking about just pulling up on the airfield and trying to find a warrant officer, 3 or above. But I'm definitely going to do that in Colorado the same week I get that flight physical done. So I kind of wanted to ask you, how should I approach that? I mean, obviously come well dressed, but is there anything in particular I should be wary of?
Yeah, the military police.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, you can't just wander onto an airfield, brother. You know what I mean?
Airfield, yeah, that's true.
Like you gotta be invited, brought over there. Like you can't go there for a physical and then just walk up on an airfield. Like I know, like that's kind of like what we say. Like, hey, you got to be bold. You got to ask. You got to get out there. You got to do what you got to do. But like that is gonna get you. That's gonna get you arrested straight up. So don't be wandering onto airfields, okay?
All right, shit. I
Yeah,
won't do that.
like I would try to find somebody on LinkedIn or something like that, like ahead of time, and be like, "Hey, I'm going out there for a flight physical. Any chance you'd be willing to meet with me?" That's a different story. Then you got a name of somebody. Hey, I'm here to meet Chief Warrant Officer so and so. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, don't just go try to find a warrant, dude. Like, you roll up on a guy eating lunch in his office, and he's gonna call the cops.
Shit. Oh, all right. In my head, I had it going a whole different way.
Oh yeah, no man, like it sounds good in practice, but like First of all, you might not even find one. You're going to be walking around this airfield there. Everyone's going to be like, who the hell is this guy? They might not even approach you. They might just call the MPs. And the MPs are going to fucking snag you up.
Okay, well, that settles that. I mean, I've been calling around the country. I got one chief 4 in Virginia who's willing to give me an LOR once he gets off like paternity leave in January. So that's something I'm going to try to cash in on. Got another contact. You know, I don't know if I'm asking too much to try to get a base commander or a chief 5, but I'm shooting for it.
If you got a guy that's already going to say, hey, yeah, I'll give you a letter, ask him if he's got a friend that would do the same. Be like, hey, you already know I need X amount of letters. Do you know anybody else that'd be willing to write me a letter?
Shoot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That's a good way of doing that. If you've got a guy already willing to do that for you, then ask that question.
That's a fair point. All right. And also wanted to follow up, man. I heard you're doing WAF packets now too. So, I'm not trying to make this an interview question, but I mean, what kind of puts you? Like, what could you do differently for WAF versus like, I don't know, other recruiter? Like, I know you're a wealth of knowledge and all that. Like, I'm not trying to test
It's
you,
more or less
but
just the stuff that we do here that makes us different. Like the fact that I'm not going to have you lie on anything. I'm not going to encourage any of that shit because it's going to be bad for you in the long run. But the thing is, if you're working with somebody, bro, just stay doing what you're doing. I'm not out here poaching from other people either. I mean, I'm not gonna. If you have a recruiter that's doing you wrong and being just egregious with and forcing you and saying, no, we're gonna lie about that, no, we're gonna hide that or whatever, then I'll entertain it. But like, I'm not out here trying to poach from other people at all. That is not the goal of this. You know what I'm saying? So if you're happy with your situation and the recruiter's treating you right, bro, that's perfect. Stay there. Do that.
Okay, because that's what I'm getting now. But my station commander, he's the one that's been primarily working with me because all the other guys are medics. Like, they're great guys, but station commanders, he's transferring to Germany, getting ready to like do that whole process and everything. So he's not going to be as available when that time comes. So I'm just trying to get a feel for it.
I would be vocal with him and say, hey, can I work with your first sergeant when you leave? Can I work with if you have an inbound station commander that's there to take over? Can he pick up where you left off? You know, if you don't trust the other recruiters in the office to handle it properly, ask him those questions, okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
If you're running into massive roadblocks, I'm not telling you I won't help you, but I'm telling you I'm not actively coming at, you know what I'm saying? If you're happy, don't switch.
Yes, sir. All right. I just wanted to find out and ask. I appreciate the insight.
Yeah. I appreciate you, man.
No, of course. And once I'm all done getting all these LORs, I'm already working on an Excel file right now. I'm trying to get all the aviation contacts and shoot around the nation that people can just call up. Only thing I have an issue with right now is finding the right number for Colorado, because in Fort Carson, it's going
be
blank.
Careful with that. Yeah, be careful with that too. Okay, like you don't want to burn a bridge by throwing some dude's number out there to the world. You know?
Oh yeah, not personal contacts, more like established numbers that are already on the Garrison website.
Okay, yeah, stuff like that's fine. I was gonna say if you find like your LORs and like you're passing numbers around, bro, don't do that. You know what I mean?
I'm not trying to burn any bridges here. Just more so like trying to put out what's already out there in one spot.
Yeah, tracking that. Yeah,
on their own.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. Hey, I appreciate the help. I'll keep y'all updated. Thank you.
Thank you. Yoda, what's up, brother?
What's poppin'? What's going on?
Oh shit! Trying to mess with technology. They want me to. I'll tell you about this later, and I don't want to air this out right here, but yeah, I could barely get Discord to work tonight, so I have a school I'm supposed to go to that I'm not having a good outlook on right now. But
okay,
I'll tell you about it.
Gotcha. Yeah, just shoot me a message.
Yeah, I got you, brother. All right, who's up? Somebody's up.
How's it going, Staff Sergeant Shell? Just
Going
wanted
good.
to ask. Good to hear. Good to hear. Thanks for taking the time with the snack. I wanted to ask about the medical waivers that Jake talks about to prevent your medical history from getting whatever system it is at recruiting.
I can't
Um,
hear you, brother.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
A little better.
Okay.
But if you're about to ask about something, I think you are. You should talk to Jake about it. You know what I mean?
Sorry about that. One more try. Any luck now?
No, you're good. Hey, the answer to your question is go talk to Jake about that.
As far as the medical waivers,
If you need help with a medical waiver, yes. But if you're the way your question was heading, you need to talk to Jake.
all right, Roger. Thanks.
Yep. Boo, 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 boo. Who's next? One of you guys. There's a bunch of in here.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Hello. Name's Marquez. So I got a question about getting that 18 X-ray.
Okay.
Yeah. So I turned 17 tomorrow. I'm trying to find out like how do I actually sign up for it, actually go to get it.
Well, you got to talk to. Are you in high school?
Yes.
So you a senior?
No, I'm a junior. I'll be a
Oh,
senior
man,
next year.
So you got to wait until this upcoming summer at the earliest to actually sign for anything. But like, you could start talking to a recruiter now in your local area. Go find him and just tell him, hey, I want to be 18 X-ray. You got to get a 110 on the GT score, right, for your ASVAB. So make sure you're studying for your ASVAB and just be prepared at this age that it's not as likely as you to make it. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to like I'm not trying to push you down or anything, but like
I understand. Yeah.
it's very, very unlikely you would make it at, the age you're at, the maturity and the experience you
Yeah.
have in life,
Yeah.
it's very hard, physically, obviously, but just understand that. Are you willing to do any other jobs, or is those like 18 X-rays it end all be all? Because
Basically, yeah. Like only reason why I'm getting into the military is because I want to be a Green Beret.
okay,
Oh, hold up. Why is that?
It is because one of the things I found out they do for their mission set is they teach, and I love to teach. Additionally, I follow some of their principles, or at least I try my best to, like De Oppressor Liber, to free the oppressed. That's something I try to follow as well. So I want to be someone like that, to put it in a nutshell.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's a very copy paste answer. I'm not trying again, we're not trying to
Sorry
shut you
about
down.
that.
We're not trying to shut you down here, right? The thing is, you have to think about if you want an advice, right? I don't know your skill set. I don't know what you know. What I mean, I don't know what your mental toughness is. I don't know where you're at with any of that stuff, right? As I'll tell you where I was at as a junior in high school. Nowhere near the capability to be a Green Beret, right? It's not just because I want to be that. It's just more because of like, there's got to be more to it, right? There's a difference
Yeah.
between wanting something and having the capability to actually do the thing. What I
Yep.
would tell you as a young 17-year-old junior in high school, and whatever, you're going to be a senior next year, and then you're going to go on and be a man, be 18 years old and get out of high school. But an advice I would give you, if that's the route you want to go at 18 years old, I highly, highly recommend you to look into Ranger Regiment, right? If you're trying to go, the reason why I tell you that is because it's going to prepare you to be a Green Beret, right? If that makes any sense, right? It's going to physically prepare you, mentally prepare you, and then you're actually going to be able to go to the regiment, with a valuable skill set where you could make yourself, an asset to the regiment, not just another dude, you know, in the pool. So
Yep.
that's just an advice I would give you. Understand that it is a long road. It's not a short road at all.
Yep.
You know, to give you a little bit of perspective, it took me over 10 years to get to the regiment. Right.
Wow.
So with that being said, over 10 years in the Army to get to the regiment. So with that being said, understand that at 18 years old, you're super young. You have your whole life ahead of you, but don't be afraid to, again, make yourself a little bit more valuable. Go get some training. Go get, hey, build your mental toughness, right? And I would recommend you. I'm not trying to steer you away from special operations. I'm just trying to tell you, hey, look into Ranger Regiment. Why? Because those dudes, all they do is train at a different level. Yes, one of, you know, one of the mission sets of Green Beret, right? Yeah, it is to go to foreign countries and help and free the oppressed, right? Like you said. But it's not all that. It's not just that, right? So
Yeah.
and
Understood.
you have no say or control where you're gonna end up at in the regiment, right? So with that being said, yeah, just look at, you have your whole life ahead of you. You're a junior, so look into all that stuff. I will highly recommend you look into Ranger Regiment, maybe for 2 years, 2 to 3 years, and then right, gain a little bit more maturity, and then go to selection. I will tell you that much. That'll be my advice. But I mean, you do whatever you want. The Army recruiting command thought it would be a great idea to open up selection. To open up 18 X-ray contracts to 18-year-olds. So if you think you can do it, then give it a shot, and hopefully you don't end up, across the street, as they say, over at the 82nd or some unit like that. There's nothing wrong with those units at all, but that's not your goal, right? And
Yeah.
many, the majority of people that end up coming to selection, they end up somewhere else because of that, right? So you just got to come here with the right mindset. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. Understood, sir. Like I understand. I already know I don't have much mental toughness at all. Nor do I nor am I physically ready. Like I understand that, and I also understand like you're the field matter expert to this compared to me. So
No,
anything you
it's
say,
not
like
about
it goes,
no, it's not about being an expert. It's about just experience of just taking that road.
Uh-huh.
That's all we're here to do. We're here to just, give you a little bit of advice and give you some perspective, right, from somebody that's done it. That's all it really is, right? At the end of the day, I mean, is there young dudes that make it through selection? Yeah, I've seen a 20-year-old make it through the Q-Course, right? And now he's a Green Beret. Now, with that being said, that is one guy out of however many, right, out of the 2,000 people that go through, right, the Special Forces Preparatory Course every year, the SFPC, which is the 18
Yeah.
X-ray training pipeline, right? So you have each class of like 400 or 500 dudes, and then out of those 400 or 500 dudes, there's like maybe like one 20-year-old, 19-year-old that makes it, right? So like we all like that's all it is. We don't want to,
Yeah.
we don't want to set you up for any type of failure. That's all it really is. But at the end of the day, if you think you can make it, hey, go give it a shot, see what happens.
I mean, I got confidence, but I'm not that confident nor arrogant. Like if you don't mind me saying, like my original plan was to just go in the Army for 2 years because like I have been on this channel for a while. I've seen Jake Zweig answer many, many questions on this topic. So like that was my original route, just go in the Army for 2 years, get my toes wet there, actually get more experience, become more mature, and like just put in the 18 X-ray packet from there. That
Yeah,
was my
absolutely. I
original
mean,
plan.
that would be my advice, anyways. Like that's why I'm telling you to look into Ranger Regiment, not necessarily
Yeah.
steer you away from special operations completely, but it's
Uh-huh.
okay to like, as an 18-year-old, there is no better place than to gain, right, a certain level of training and capability. There's no better place than Ranger Regiment for an 18. My opinion, right? Now, did I come from there? No, I did not. But I'll tell you right now, every guy that goes through selection, or any guys that goes through the qualification course for SF, that came from Ranger Regiment, they're usually your top performing dudes because they're already coming from a sister unit where they're already doing the thing and their level of training is, just high level, if that makes any sense. But it would prepare you, right, as a young man. That's all it really is.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you. I'm going to continue to think about it. And actually put it into practice as well. I think I'm gonna do some more research on the Ranger bat too.
Yeah, look into it, man. Look into it. I would highly recommend you don't. If that's the route you're trying to go, I wouldn't recommend you to join the army as like, I don't know, like don't go do HR, all right, human resources
Yeah.
sitting in an office, because that's not going to help you for 2 years. If that makes any sense, right? Like that doesn't
Yeah.
mean you cannot make it through selection as an HR specialist, but that's not the case at all. But all I'm saying is like what you're looking for at your age, you need to go into a type of unit or into a type of job that is going to prepare you, right? Physically and mentally. Go into the infantry for a year, 2 years, right? Like go
Yeah,
get
that's
infantry and
where I wanted
go
to.
like
Sorry,
certain
cut
things
you.
like that. No,
Yeah.
you're good.
Okay, thank you. I'm not gonna hold you up here too much longer. Appreciate your advice.
All right.
What's going on,
Okay.
Steph?
What's going on?
What's going on? I'm 25 years old. I just am about to list for military police for the Army, and I just want to know how's the training pipeline and the AIT is going to be for that.
It's pretty straightforward, man. I mean, you're gonna go to basic training like everybody else does for 9 weeks and 4 days. First, you're gonna hit reception, which is gonna be terrible. It just sucks. You're very tired. You're getting all your gear. You're getting your head shaved. You're getting all the shots for medical. Once that's all done and basics done, they're gonna ship you off. I think it's Fort Leonard Wood. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty positive it's Leonard Wood. That you stay or you would go to. So you probably stay there because it's an OSIT training. So you're gonna go to basic in Leonard Wood, stay there for OSIT training for military police. You're gonna do the kind of like it's comparable to a police academy, like for civilians, but obviously they're gonna have some focus on like a combat orientedness because we are the Army. So you are gonna learn some of that stuff, but yeah, I mean, from there, you're looking at going to your first unit and just be prepared to do kind of the shittier jobs, shittier shifts. You'll probably be working nights pretty quick. You might be on a gate. You just stick with it, and you'll probably as you go up in rank, as you've been there longer, you're gonna get better shifts, better everything, stuff like that. So just be ready for that. You're gonna work holidays. Yeah, I mean, you picked a job that's kind of like comparable to the cooks, man. The cooks work no matter what. People make fun of cooks, and I think dude, I wouldn't do their job if you paid me double because of how much they work. Like, it's a lot. So just be ready to work a lot because you picked a job similar to that where you're going to be working often. Everybody else gets a day off, not you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about if because I'm going in as a reservist, right? What's the difference of going in as an active duty MP than a reservist MP?
Well, I just explained to you the active duty experience, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know much of what you're gonna do as a reservist, other than if you get activated, they might bring you in as like security for larger cities. Like right now, the National Guard and the reservist units are getting activated for support of larger cities and riots and gang violence and things like that. I mean, that might be something that you're going to be probably doing. A regular reservist position, I mean, you guys are just going to train on the 1 week in a month that you guys go in, get some training in, and you're going to go back to your normal life. So it just depends. I mean, it depends on the unit you get attached to and that you're going with. It depends on a lot. how high speed they are. Do they want to do their job more often, or are they lazy and they don't want to do anything and they kind of avoid it? It's highly dependent on that.
Okay. Does me being a military police in the Army, does that get to waive the police academy for civilians or no?
Depends on the state. But yeah, most places that I've run across, yeah, and you'll have a lot of perks. I just talked to a recruiter for the Tampa Police Department the other day. He was a pretty cool dude. He was trying to recruit me. Thought that was pretty funny. He's like, recruit the recruiter, and he said that you could buy back 5 years as a veteran from the police force. So like you come out of the Army or whatever, or you are a veteran, you can actually retire 5 years earlier than everybody. So your retirement will only be at like 15 versus 20. So there are a lot of perks to it, man. I mean, if you were going to go, to the regular police academy and things like that after.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm in Florida as well. I'm in Orlando. So that's I
Oh,
was
if
like,
you're willing to move to Tampa, I got a hookup for you. I can get you a job.
yeah, I went to a recruiting event like last week for Hillsborough County. There was Hillsborough County, a few other counties out there. They were all telling me, not like the same thing, but they're telling me, oh, we can sponsor and all that. But I never been to college or anything, and I know the sponsorship is pretty competitive here in Florida, at least.
Yeah, well, the guy I talked to, like I said, he's in charge of recruiting for Tampa PD. And he reached out to me, and we got to talking. I was just curious, I asked him how much money, because I was just, and I make more than what they start off as. So I was like, no, I can't do that, But
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, no, if you're a veteran, man, he's like, my chief is hiring you, and he's prioritizing, and they don't need anybody. So they're only hiring veterans almost exclusively right now, is what he told me. It might have been bullshit because he was trying to recruit me, but I don't know. You know what I mean? That's what he told me. So I have to take it at face value.
All right. But you think what I'm doing right now is going in as an MP as a reservist is going to be good for me to become a cop outside in just the
To be
civilian
honest
side?
with you, man, from what I've been told by police chiefs in my local areas and stuff, they don't care what your job was on the inside. As long as you are a veteran and you've been to basic training, they're looking more for the discipline and the instruction following that the Army provides you as a soldier. They figure they can teach you the policing part. You know what I mean? So I'm sure there's going to be differences. Civilians policing isn't the same as what MPs do, so it might even hurt you a little bit because you're going to be used to like a combat oriented policing versus a regular civilian style of policing.
Okay. Well, yeah, I appreciate you guys so much for what you guys do, and I'll keep you guys updated on my situation over here. But yeah, hope you guys have a good one.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, reach out. Like I said, reach out to me if you're interested in moving. I will get you hooked up with that guy that I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.
Yep, you too.
Hey, how's it going, Staff Sergeant Shell?
What's going on, man? Sorry, I'm reading a text while you talk. I'm like on top of the camera. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. So I'm trying to go in as an officer. I talked to Jake yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go in as a finance officer to do counter threat finance.
I heard you. I heard you last night. Yeah, I was listening. I just I have homework in class the same night as Jake's Zoom call, so
okay.
I was
Good.
kind of in and out.
Okay. So yeah, essentially, I mean, as of right now, because I have my master's degree as well, and through that, I did an internship at Northcom. So I have the clearance. I'm kind of in a job for the private sector doing finance, and I was just wondering, is there even a choice to even direct commission into finance or things of that nature?
That's
Yes, but very
yeah,
difficult. It's
yeah.
like
I was like,
out of your out of your OCS graduating class, you're gonna have like maybe one dude, like one individual that will get that. So what most people
Okay.
do, what most people do, funny because I was just hanging out with the finance officers literally this last weekend. Um, but what most people do at OCS is they do what's called branch detail. So like they'll do like armor officer branch detail finance, right? It just pretty much that's it's a way for
Right.
the Army to like, you know, to get people into certain MOSs like infantry officer or like armor officer or like some type of combat arms, like usually field, not necessarily that, it could be any field.
Mm.
But with the like literally like it's in a contract. So like they'll literally branch detail you. So when you become a captain, then at that point you'll be able to transfer over into finance. Like it's in your contract. Like it's not like that's not something like it's done at a recruiting office, right? Like that's something that is done at OCS, but that is an option that is it's just called branch detail. Just Google it, look a little bit more into it. I'm sure there's YouTube videos out there. I've never really looked that shit up, but
Yeah.
just look up Army OCS branch detail. I know what to explain it to you. Like it's just a
Right.
way to
Right.
get to people in a certain field, but in a way you getting what you want, but it won't be right away. It will be like after like 3 years, right? Like 2-3 years of being an officer, then you literally just transfer over into being a finance officer. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, can you come in as yes, you can, but it's just like you're gonna have like that. It's like the same thing as I forgot the name of the field, but it's like for hospitals, like admin at the hospitals. I forgot which MOS code it is. Um, but that's another MOS that like some people want, but it's the same concept. You have like maybe out of like your graduating class of like 150 at OCS, like it's gonna be like one person that gets that. You know, it's just that's just how it
Uh,
is. I
yeah.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It
look
just
into
and even within the finance course, seems like counter threat finance is even more of a small niche.
yeah.
Um, 'cause- yeah.
And
I I think
you have a finance background?
yes sir. Yeah. As of right now, I'm doing anti money laundering for
Yeah, because
PNC.
if you have a finance background, like your degree is in finance and you do have a finance background, like that is going to help you like tremendously, obviously, because you're coming from that field. So your chances of you getting it at OCS is a lot higher because you come from that field. If that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yes sir. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still just trying to like counter. I'm just trying to think of because the way I'm looking at it is obviously there's a hiring freeze right now from for like the Treasury Department, et cetera, et cetera. And the way I was looking at it was the military could have propelled it. But from the people I'm talking to, from because I was trying to do the Marines, and they're basically saying like counter threat finance, like there's just no way. Like there's billets for it, but they're very hard to get. That maybe the military might be counterproductive for this. Is that what you guys are reading on it as well?
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know enough about it to be honest with you to give you, any type of advice on it. All I know is, I
Yeah.
mean, from a recruit background that I have, I just know like just joining the Army, right? And then, I mean, would it help you having a background? My guess is always yes, right? Just
Right.
because, I mean, it's not my guess. It's like any job. I mean, how old are you?
25.
My guess is you've applied for plenty of jobs in your life, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And one of the first questions they ask you when you apply for any job is, did you serve or you currently serve the United States military? Correct?
Right. Right. Yes, sir.
So that right there separates you, right? Aside from your degree and aside from your experience, like all those little things, right? So like, will it help you?
Right.
Yes, it would, right? Now, do I know enough about that field or enough about any of that shit? To be honest with you, no. I don't know if Son Shell does, but I know I don't. All I know is about the process to join, obviously to try to get you into a field that you're trying to get into, and kind of like what
Right.
that process is like for you. But
So
yeah.
yeah, and you got to understand too the financial side of it, right? Your finance. So if the military has given you a clearance, that's another thing that the people don't that you're going to work for after. They're not going to have to worry about. So if you're asking about like future employment and things like that, I don't think joining the Army is ever counterproductive for anything.
Yes, sir. Yeah, because as of right now, I mean, it's not active, but it's inactive right now. But yeah, the only thing I have is a secret right now, and I think you need TSI for that. It's
Right.
like, yeah,
They would re-up yours though
Yeah.
I think, are they still good for? Man, I filled out my SF86 like a year ago, and I don't even know again because mine ran out. I need to get it again. But
I,
I don't know. I think they're good for 7 years.
yes, sir. I think what they so if it's not activated for 2 years, you lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
Yeah. So as long as it's good for 7 years, and then you immediately, start trying to use a job that you're going to need it again, it's gonna benefit you because that private organization has to pay to have that done at each time. But if yours is good for whatever amount of time you've got left on it, like, that's going to be beneficial to you. And if you ever get into a position in the military where you need a top secret, that's going to be even better because again, you got to remember how clearances work, right? First thing, the first rule of a clearance is, uh, does this person need one? Right? Like, we're not going to give clearances out just because. So the first rule is always need. Do you need it? If the answer to that is yes, great. Let's start with more of this, right? So if you get into a
Right.
position where you are, I don't know, deployed somewhere that needs a top secret, you end up getting one, and bro, that just makes you more marketable at more and more and more, you know?
Right. Cool. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, appreciate you, man. Good question.
What's going on, South? So yeah, I just want to piggyback on the clearance, man.
Yeah, there you go.
As someone that leveraged my clearance throughout my career, having the clearance allows you to go places with less hiccups and it speeds up. So let's say if you get with a contractor, right? Let's say a Northrop or a Booz Allen, whatever, right? They work on contracts and they need people cleared to hire them to have them work immediately. By having that clearance, man, you can get in the door much faster. I was able to go to different places in the IC within a day. So I would suggest that. And I know he said he does threat finance. Treasury OIA loves finance and threat finance. I have enough projects in that. Um, I think the military would just be a good place for you, man, to get that exposure, meet people, get the clearance. It's nothing but benefits, man.
Yep, I agree. No, I 100% agree. And again, I tell everybody this, like, it's just a regular recruiting knowledge thing. Like, when you when you get out, right, the reason people want to hire veterans, okay, and I hate to say it, but like, it always comes off as, oh, we hire vets, we hire vets. Okay, you know why? It's like, they are a protected class of person, which means the company gets to claim you on their taxes. It's not that the company's just ultra patriotic all of a sudden and wants to help out a vet. Let's be real, it's a business thing. If you're paying you're advertising for a job for a pay for $100,000, and you know you got two applicants, one's a veteran, one's not, and now the veteran represents, well, technically I'm only paying him 80,000 because I get a $20,000 a year write off. This guy, I got to pay him a whole 100,000. Well, they just save money. They're going to hire the vet. You know what I mean? It just makes sense.
Right.
So,
Yeah, because
but
I've already cleared MEPS for the Marine Corps for the OSO. I've already kind of told him it's not looking, like I'm gonna apply for the board. But
well, I
since I
mean,
already got
if you cleared
sorry,
MEPS, man, MEPS is good for every branch. Like, you could switch over to the Army and go this route and attempt to do, like Yoda was saying, man. It is hard. It's difficult, but like, it's not impossible. And you've got a great chance because your background is already there. As long as you crush it, and let's put it this way: if you kill OCS, and you're like the number one guy in there, like, I've seen them where they give that guy a choice, like, where do you want to go? So I mean, you might be the guy, and almost everybody picks infantry, but like, you could be the guy that's like, nope, I want to be a finance officer and shock the world, right? But like,
right,
um, it is 100% possible for you to do that, and I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that you'd be dumb doing it, because even if you get in the Army as an officer, period, those perks that we just talked about, clearances and you're going to be front in line for job opportunities and things like that. It's going to be available to you. And I just, I cut out. I was talking to my wife when Yoda asked, but you did apply to places, right? Are you having trouble finding jobs right now?
No, sir. I don't have the only issue I had with was applying the jobs like contractors. Um, to use my clearance. I struggled getting callbacks from these contractors because I don't think I was like I had the clearance, but I wasn't a veteran. Um,
Right.
so I think they were picking people like, oh, he was in
They
my
are.
unit, type of thing. You know, like, oh, I worked with him in the army, et cetera, et cetera. Let's take him in.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
kind
I
of that
mean, that's all day.
revolving door type of thing,
Yeah.
Um, so, but yeah,
That
I
happens.
mean, I
That
get,
happens
yeah,
everywhere, man. That's look, it's the good old boys club. And I mean, is it the right answer? Should that exist? I don't know. That's debatable. For me, I like that because guess what? I'm part of the damn club. So I mean, I've got contacts everywhere. If I needed a job, I know I can get one. Like if I woke up tomorrow and the army just said, "Hey, we're closing our doors, so nobody's in the army anymore," like I wouldn't worry too much because I know I could go get a job that somebody is going to hire me that I've worked with in the past, So, um, I think at your age too, it's not necessarily a bad idea even just to get in the good old boy club. Like get in there somehow. Okay, cool. I'm a veteran. I served. I'm that guy with you. Whatever, whatever. And you're gonna meet people in there. Even if it's not that on paper, it'll still say, "Here I am." I was a veteran. I served, and you're gonna get looked at for that job where you haven't been because of that.
right.
Does that
Okay,
make sense?
yes, sir. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you
yeah.
want to talk about this more, man, like I said, I'd be willing to help you if you want to switch away from the Marine Corps. Like, it's too easy.
Oh, yeah,
So just
yeah,
let me
yes, sir.
know.
Yeah, I'm absolutely. One thing I'm realizing about the Marine Corps really soon is that they don't really. I mean, I'm not. They just don't really care where you're at, I guess is what I mean. Like in terms of your career.
It, it's
Um,
it's it's a different culture that I
yeah,
can't really speak on as from firsthand experience. I have never been in the Marines, so I can't really sit there and say this is how it is.
yeah,
Um, but I can say that, like, from who I've worked with in the Marines in the past and what they've told me is, yeah, it's about what's good for the Corps, and that's all that matters. And you know, they they just don't take care of their guys from Marines' mouths, not mine. I've never been,
yeah,
so I mean, that could
th-
have just been a disgruntled Marine too, just pissed off. I
yeah,
don't know. You know what I'm saying? You got to take it with a grain of salt, but uh,
Yeah, hey,
that's
real
what
quick.
I've heard.
The issue with the core right now, man, they're going through that big
Yeah,
restructuring with force design. So there's really not a lot of space to come in and try to do something niche. If you're not doing something to help with that force design trying to do, you can
yeah,
forget about it. The army just has the money, man. They have the resources. Like the army has a finance corps. The Marine Corps doesn't have that. They have finance people, but that's not a group of them. You know what I mean? So
right, right,
the army, as a Marine, man, I think the army is better for what you're trying to do. And like Shell said, once you get in, even if you don't get finance, once you get in, you can go on the networks and find people doing the job you want and go talk with them. Right? Get that network started up. So when you do move to the outside, a lot of these people that's at these contractors in these companies, they're former military, right? You can network with these people while you in. A couple years later, you may see them again while you out. So just go ahead, get in there, man. Don't play with the Marine Corps. Join the Army, man. Get in there, get the network started, and build your career from
you
there.
you were a Marine, weren't you?
Yes, I am. Was
Yeah, there
and
you
am.
go. Yeah,
yeah. Out of the eight, so I've talked to about 8 Marine Corps officers, and I kid you not, all 8 of them said one thing: "Go Army, do not do the Marine Corps." They're like, "With what you want to do, yeah, there's no way." So Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. Hit me up. Again, my contact info is in the bio. Just click my name there, my Instagram, phone number, everything should be right there. You could even book an appointment right on my Instagram and just hit the link tree, and you could put yourself on my calendar, and I will call you when your time slot is. A lot of people think I forgot, but I will call at some point from that time. If you book an appointment at 11:30, it's going to say 11:30 to 12. I might call you at 11:40. Okay, I'm going to call you within that 30 minutes.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
I get crazy. I get busy, man, and I kind of lose track of time, but I will call you. I have not missed an appointment.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. You have a good one.
Yep. Thank you. Oh, I lied just then. I did miss a few appointments, but I was like on my deathbed, and I tried to call everybody back. So sorry about that.
Hey, Staff Sergeant Staff.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? I was wondering, I'm going to the Florida's National Guard SFRE in Florida in February. I'm wondering, if I were to go through, do well, and Cadre were to evaluate me and select me to go through the SPAC, do I have to sign on with the National Guard at that point, or can I still choose to enlist active duty with the Army?
So at that moment, they're going to offer you a position for the Guard. Okay. But from what I've heard Master Yoda say, is that you'll be afforded a chance to switch active duty during training. I'm not quite sure he's going to be a better answer on the time frame that happens, but in the beginning, yeah, they're going to offer you a guard's position. I just think you're doing something. Did he just pop out? Somebody just popped out.
Yeah, I think one of the speakers did.
Was that okay? Oh, okay. I saw it move. That you asked the question, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, so what I would tell you though is if you want to go active duty, man, you're doing extra steps. If you want to go to the SFRE to test yourself, I think that's a great idea. But don't get it twisted. Those SFREs are recruiting events, okay, for the National Guard. That's what it is. It's like, let me test your grit.
Yeah, that's what I
And then they
heard. It's
make
like a
you
job
feel
application almost.
Yeah, but then they make you feel like a prom date and make you feel special when you do well. And they're like, "Oh, you're gonna be great. I would like to extend you an invitation," and all this shit that's just extra steps. Just if you do well at the SFRE and you want to go active, and you want to go active, just go active. I mean, it's that easy. Just all you gotta do is hit me up, man. I can give you an 18 X-ray contract without the extra steps. You know what I mean? But Yoda can answer when they can give you that opportunity to switch if you end up going with the Guard, if they give you the
All
switch.
right, that's good to know. I'm probably not. I'm more or less doing it for, like you were saying, to test myself. I'm not going to go 18 X-ray. I'm planning on going option 4 and going through the regiment.
Option 40, you mean?
Yeah.
I was going to do option 40, but I was thinking of just running through the option 4 and picking up a RAF packet at Airborne. Do you think that isn't a good idea?
I mean, it honestly, I mean, the positive side of that is that if for whatever reason you quit a RASP or you get dropped from RASP or you don't get picked up for your regiment and you still keep your bonus because you signed for an option 4, not an option 40.
That's kind of my main
that's the
thinking,
positive.
like more injury insurance than anything. If I get hurt or something, I'm not in a regular infantry road.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's the same thing as like X-rays and stuff. Like I hate saying it again. It's just because I've seen both sides. I've seen the side of everybody has a dream. They get here, they get their fucking dreams crushed, right? Because reality hits them in the face. That's just how it is. But I've also seen the side of hey, some young dude or whatever that joined as an X-ray and made it all the way through. But or same thing goes for option 40. But what I'm trying to get to, but what I've also learned is that a lot of the dudes that I've been with over the last year, X-rays that made it. It's funny because a lot of them didn't even know about the X-ray program or anything like that. A lot of them were joined as an infantryman and then at OSET they volunteer for X-rays, like for an X-ray contract, and then boom, and then they made it, right? So like, so it's kind of like that same concept. That's what that would be my advice. Like, hey, that's fine, sign an 11X contract, and then you can volunteer at OSET. Like you can. Like it's not. I promise you right now, when it comes to special operations, they have priority over anything at OSET. Now, you cannot be fucking doing 20 push-ups and running a 20-minute 2 mile and think that you're going to volunteer, because that's not how it works, right? They're going to be like, they're going to tell you to get fucked. But if you're like one of those, like, hey, one of those studs at OSET, and you don't even have to be a crazy stud, because there's some dudes that are going that route and then they get here and then they fail the PT test first week and get dropped, right? So like, but if you are no shit in good shape and you kill it in that OSA, like, and you could volunteer for RASP or for an 18 X-ray contract out of there, like out of OSA. Like the liaisons will come down, and if they don't come down and give you a brief, you can literally reach out to them. Now, do not wait till you graduate OSA to try to reach out to them, because that's what a lot of dudes do, and then that's too late.
When in OSA would that occur?
It can happen anytime. It can happen like right when you get there. It can happen halfway through there, like halfway through. What my advice would be, as soon as you get to OSET, I will make it clear to your drill sergeants, like, hey, drill sergeant, like, I am interested in volunteering for this, or I'm interested in volunteering for that. And again, if you are a stud and if you are not a fucking problem child or a headache in basic training, those drill sergeants will take care of you. And they
Sure.
will. They will ensure that you get your brief. They will ensure that you talk to a liaison. And then also there is literally, this is like public information. Like you literally Google, 18 X-ray liaison or the SF liaison at Fort Benning. And I think their phone numbers or whatever the hell is online. You literally, before you leave for training, you write that information down and you go to basic training with that information.
Yeah,
Now
you even they're even giving them I think they get like an hour and a half on Sundays to reach out to use their phone. So like you could even send an email on a Sunday from basic training, and then they'll come looking for you, you know?
Yeah, it's just like you will get a brief.
Yeah.
At OSET for infantry OSET, you will get a brief. Now, if you join any other
That's good to
MOS, like
know.
I don't know, if you're a mechanic, don't expect the 18 X-ray, right, liaison to come at your AIT or your whatever basic training to talk to you. That's not gonna happen. But for infantry, yes, because they need those guys, right? So
Yeah.
like,
All right, for sure. Yeah, I definitely plan
Is
for
it,
to do 11X and to show up ready.
yeah, you got to look at it too. Like for me, they came to my basic training, and I was not infantry, but I was signal, which correlates with their echoes. You know what I mean? So they're going to go looking for the guys that they need on their teams. So it is what it is.
Awesome. And would you or Master Jordan have any info on the Ranger Reconnaissance Company and kind of the process for that?
what about them?
Yeah.
So like getting into the regiment, what's the process of building up? Is that more of just they pick you out, or is there a selection for that as well?
There's a selection for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
All right,
have
that's
to
just
be
that's a little more.
again, you just have to get there and then be a stud upon other studs. That's really all it is. Be on that top, right? It's like any other specialized unit within a specialized unit. You see what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
you just have to. That's really all it is. They have like their own recruiting process, and like if you are up there, as far as like, hey, are you that 1% of the 1%? Yes. Okay. Cool. Then they will reach out to you, or you reach out to them, right? And like they have a recruiting process, right? So like, and then you just go through that process.
Yes, sir. That's good to know. I'll take it one step at a time, and that's good to know that at least you can get in contact with people at OSET and stuff like that.
Yeah. But I mean, you have the right idea. At least it seems like you've done your research and it seems like you pay attention, because a lot of people think that recruiters are just trying to screw them when we tell them, like, I mean, we, as in like I was a recruiter at a point, not anymore, but people think we're lying to them when we tell them like, hey, sign a fucking infantry contract, and then
Yeah.
at OSET, do this. The reason why we tell you that is like, we're looking out for you, right? Like, I get it, right? Yeah, you can go with the whole thing of not having a plan B and blah, 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 and no fail mindset and all this other bullshit. But there's also the reality of life. Like, anything can happen.
Yeah.
You could get there and be like, you know what? This shit is not for me. And that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you do that, guess what? You just screwed yourself at I don't know, whatever, a 40K contract. I mean, a 40K bonus
Yeah.
because you decided to sign a option 40 or an 18X when in reality you could have signed an 11X. And guess what? If you still volunteer at OSET and you make it through, now you get your bonus anyways. But if you don't make it through,
Yeah, and then
you still get it.
80 second.
What's that?
I was saying, and then yeah, you could 80 seconds, obviously a respectable battalion to be in.
Yeah, I mean, and they send you over there just because it's so close, and I think it's definitely not just respectable. I mean, it's
Well,
historical.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Great unit.
There's guys at the 82nd with a lot more combat experience than like any dude in like in special operations.
Really?
Right? Just just because you're in the 82nd, right? Like there's a lot. I'm talking about the older generation. There's E7s and E8s in the 82nd with a lot more combat experience than guys in special operations. Just because you're in special operations, that does not mean you're going to see combat. That's not how it works, right? People have the wrong idea, right? Because
That
there,
makes sense.
you know what I mean? Just because you're in the 82nd doesn't mean that you don't get to do, like, you didn't get to do something at some point, or you don't get to do things. There's guys that have no interest in going special operations, but they're still infantrymen, high speed dudes, with their fucking Ranger tab and everything else, all the accolade, what I mean, everything else that they can go for because that's what they want to do. There's nothing wrong with that.
Would you say 80 seconds still gets good quality training?
I would say so. I mean, it just depends on you as an individual, like how high speed do you want to be, right? How that's really all it is, right? Because now you just went from a place where, okay, cool, you went from a place where like 90% of the dudes are just go-getters to like now you're around maybe like 40% of the dudes are go-getters. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
or you're gonna fall into the
It's a
crowd of the
bigger group.
60% that are just lazy, just bitching, complaining, getting fat, right? Not setting the standard, or you're just gonna be part of that 40% or that 30%, whatever, that are still be like, hey, I'm still representing the army. I'm still representing myself as an individual when I walk around in uniform. Like, let me just, like, you know what I mean? And let me achieve these things, right? Like, there's a guy that I put in as an 18 X-ray many years ago that he's now in the 82nd. And now he has no interest in going back to selection, but he's okay with staying at the 82nd. Guess what? He just got back from Ranger School like 2 weeks ago. Not 2
Oh
weeks
yeah.
ago, like a month ago. He got his fucking Ranger tab. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the dude you just about to go to sniper school, right? Like, how bad do you want it? So like, but the guy's a fucking stud. Just because he failed selection, that does not mean he's not a stud. It's just like, hey, he got rhabdo at selection. Nothing he can do. He literally got rhabdo at selection, last day of team week. He got dropped for that medically. He has no interest in ever going back to selection. And he's killing it at the 82nd, right? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just you as an individual, like, okay, cool. Like, how bad you want it? Like, how much of a stud you actually want to be? Like, hey, like, that no matter where you go, are you going to represent yourself and the army and the uniform you're wearing to the best of your ability? That's really all it is. You could be a fucking cook. Doesn't matter, right? What I'm trying to get to is like, are you going to be the best you can be? Right there. How many recruiters are in recruiting commands on show?
Couple thousand. I mean,
Around like, I'll tell you, around like 2,500, I would say.
yeah, that's what I would
Right?
estimate.
So I'm gonna give you a perspective here. There's around 2,500 recruiters in recruiting command. How many recruiters are doing what Sergeant Shell is doing right now? Oh yeah, that's right, one. Right? Like, that's what I'm talking about. So it's like, do you separate yourself? Like, how can you make yourself better? How can you be the best at what you do, regardless of the job, no matter where you go? Hope that helps out.
I agree. No, I appreciate the perspective and the info a lot, guys.
Yeah, appreciate your questions.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You as well. All right. Sorry, I was answering some things on YouTube. All right, guys. So good questions tonight. I think the hands are closed. 2K's a stud about that because I'll go all night if somebody doesn't tell me what time it is. But if you guys have any questions, every time. Oh, what I tell you, I briefly said it last night. If you guys had a chance to ask any cadre from the SFAS any question you wanted, what would it be? Okay, so think about it. Send DMs about what questions you think you would ask. If they're stupid, I'm going to tell you you're stupid. But if it's a good question, I'm going to write it down. There's some things working out right now. A possible field trip might be happening. So let me know what those questions might be if that's something you want to explore and ask a real question. Okay. Yoda's here. He could answer 99.9% of those things. But, you never know if it's coming from cadre what you might want to ask. Okay.
I'm just a dude with the tab. I'm not a cadre. That's all.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see if we can. Basically, my new unit here is very supportive of Jake's channel and everything that's going on right now. So, briefly was brought up a possibility of reaching. They're trying to arrange a trip over to Bragg to sit down and ask some questions and obviously see if we can how that works. You know what I mean? And there I'll be some random ass staff sergeant recruiter with a iPhone and my little setup I got trying to get some questions done in an interview. So we'll see what happens. But if you guys don't ask questions, I don't know what you want to hear. It's going to be hard. I'm just going to ask questions I think you might like or might want to hear. So don't leave that up to me. You need to ask. But let me know. Okay. Other than that, my appointments, you can make an appointment with me in my Instagram bio in the link tree. Super simple. Put you right on my calendar, schedule it at your convenience, and I'll answer DMs, phone calls, things like that. My number's in there.